Hey guys, this is the weekly update number 3 of my Ironman Exoskeleton project. So this week I didn't do a huge amount. I plated the lower half of the arm and then realised I ran out of aluminium sheet metal, so I need to order some more. Stand, still a problem. I attached this metal piece of support to the frame, and then I just electro taped it to the wood. It's still slanting, but that's because there's a huge amount of weight on this side and not a lot of weight on this side. Also, if I take off the drill batteries that I have right here, the whole thing will topple in that direction. So those are just there for under support. I also worked on some little prototypey things to put onto my Ironman's exoskeleton. So, for example, here I have this Nerf blaster projection system. I've attached a 9-volt battery to it. Normally there'd be only 3 volts, so it's much more powerful now. Okay, so here I have a 9-volt battery and the little blaster thing. What happens is I put a projectile right where my finger is, and then I flick the switch right here, and the projectile will get projected forwards. So anything that will fit in between this gap and there'd be grip in between there would work. So a Nerf bullet would work really well because this was designed for Nerf bullets, but I intend to mount this onto the arm of my exoskeleton, so I can just raise my arm and have it fire a projectile or some sort. It's not going to be anything that's dangerous and hurts or anything, but just to show you, I flip the switch and it goes really fast and will project a projectile. So I have this piece of paper right here. I don't know if it will work. I'm just going to try it out because there's no harm in trying, I guess. So we're going to put it in there like so, and when I flick the switch, it should project it upwards. The problem with paper, you see, is it's not got much grip. I will have a look into other materials that I can use and see if I can find, maybe I might buy some actual Nerf bullets and so that it will fit perfectly in between there and it'll work really well. Also, another thing that I did was I made this a while ago, but this is just like the arc reactor. It's solar powered, so you know those solar garden lights? I took one of them and then I modified it, added a few more LEDs and put this foam board little template over the top. I flick the switch, the lights come on, and if I turn off the lights, it's still daytime, so lights coming in through the windows, but you can still kind of see the LEDs come through. It automatically turns on when the solar panel isn't receiving a sufficient amount of light, just like the garden lights would do normally. So I intend to mount this on the chest piece, so around about there. I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to mount it yet, but I will do eventually, and then it'll be a cool gimmick feature that will make it look more like an Ironman suit. Other things I want to include is things like a laser. So here I have a rather weak, but a laser still. I don't know what I can do to try and increase the strength. I have an idea, and I might do an upcoming video on that. Use it as a laser pointer or a sight for maybe the projectiles. I've also looking into making the railgun project and then trying to mount it on there as well. There's a bunch of things that I have planned coming up, but obviously some other things that I need to do first are plating the rest of the exoskeleton. There's a load of bare right in the center, right there, needs to be plated. The kneecaps I could do something where it hinges. There's a plate that hinges and covers the kneecaps. Obviously, I could also do things with the ankles. There's a bunch more. Also, I made this not too long ago. So maybe I could have this Ironman helmet for the head of the exoskeleton. Here, let me give you guys a close-up. So here's a close-up. It's made out of foam board. I painted it gold and red. There's lights inside too. LEDs, blue LEDs, and there's a battery pack with a 4.5 volts. Yeah, 4.5 volts, and it has a switch. Here I can just control it like that. Yeah, that would be a cool thing to have. There's also a bunch of other things I could do. Maybe have lights on the suit. I intend to spray paint the body and parts of the body red and silver and I intend to spray paint some of the body red and gold. That would make it. I think it'd make it look much better. I also need to buy the spray paint first. Make sure I'm getting the right colours and everything. Make the second arm is something that's on my list of things to do. And make literally the whole other half of the arm. I still got to make the joints, the hinges, the actual arm itself. Make it working. Have battery clip. Have the motor attached to the hand drill. All things like that. The stand, you can see it's slanted. I really need to fix that. I have no idea how I'm gonna fix that. Probably best just to make a new one, really. Or try and get some stand in of itself that I could just modify or improve to make it fit my Ironman suit. Okay guys, I'm going to show you the suit up process. I haven't shown you guys this before, and it's not incredibly easy, but it's not the hardest thing to do. Also, it's getting pretty heavy now. But first things first, I lift these two bars and I rest them on my shoulders. I'll do the rest of the chest later. But then I go with the legs. So I make sure all these are open, and then I just slide my leg through. Voila, and then the same with the other leg. I'll put that in front of me and slide these open. And, oh, yep. And then you can just close them with the piece right there. This hinges. Okay. Yep. And then, yep. Just do that, and in my pocket I keep the clip that goes on the top. I would normally do those first, but in the extra time, I'll show you guys this. Then I put the arm on, place it the right way around. For the arm, I need to include the clasps which go on the top, because right now doesn't exactly work. Yeah, I can put the Ironman helmet on. I hope it still fits me. Turn on the lights, and then there we go. My voice is probably pretty muffled now. And then the arc reactor would go probably right there. I'd probably cut a hole and have it slot in there. I'm going to take this thing off because your voice is pretty muffled. So the arc reactor would go around there and it would light up. But this thing is pretty mobile. Still need to kind of... Yeah, the arm is still a problem. But I can... There's a lot of mobility with it. There are a bit of wires in the way. I'll have to wire them and tape them to the exoskeleton or a cable tie or hold them however. But other than that, everything's good. Anyway guys, thanks for watching and I shall see you next time.